Shabbat Shalom, family, and Aloha from Maui, Hawaii. This is your sister Chaya with your Melchizedek News weekly recap for Friday, February 7th. I pray that you all are well. All praises to the Most High, for He is worthy to be praised, no matter what is going on in this world. That's right. He deserves all the honor, all the glory, and all the praise. Welcome to those that are new. Please click the like button if you are new to the Melchizedek Network, and also subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And also share the page with other people. It's a lot of good information here from different brothers and sisters. And be sure to catch Sister Chaya's playlist. That's right, Lessons with Sister Chaya. I got a lot of lessons there, and it's some beautiful information for those brothers and sisters. Just recently did a lesson on war. There's always been wars and rumors of wars. Fabulous video, a lot of knowledge in that. It's very edifying. Check it out. Also, brought out some powerful information in regards to 501c3 and why it's a stumbling block. This is also for just everyone, believers and those that are in the ministry, just something you should know. But family, I am going to start with the weather before I get into some information about this bird flu, as you see there on the thumbnail. But because we have some inclement weather coming to the Midwest as well as the Southeast, the Northeast, I'm going to start with the weather. So let's go over there to Fox Weather first, shall we?
I've got one that can see.
You doggone right you do.
With that looming threat for millions of people, an increasing number of folks under alerts. As I said, you got Des Moines, Iowa, Winchester, Virginia, two beautiful looking shots for the time being. Both look a whole lot less beautiful this time tomorrow as we start dealing with the impacts of this. So let's talk about what we know. High confidence now for the threat of freezing rain from the Midwest over into the Northeast from Wednesday into Thursday. Later tomorrow night into the early part of Thursday, likely the worst of this. You got a bunch of warm air, abundant warm air, surging up from the south that collides with retreating Arctic air, and that is the recipe for icing. That leads to dangerous travel conditions expected to span across hundreds of miles as we move forward into Thursday. And this tells you that story in a different way.
So with there being the upcoming Super Bowl for this weekend, many people are traveling. It is good to make a note that there is an ice storm for the Northeast, Midwest, and I'm not sure. It looks like the weather is going to be pretty clear down in New Orleans for the Super Bowl, but just so you are aware. Also, not sure if anybody heard about this, but it was actually pretty dangerous over in Tennessee last night. It was several tornadoes that had spawned in several areas in Tennessee, even Kentucky, and they said this was unusual for this time of year. But they said 2 were killed. Let's get some information.
And another possible tornado in Tennessee. This was northwest of Knoxville last night. Dangerous. The Tennessee Department of Transportation camera giving us that intense look at cars driving into wild winds as lightning streaks across the sky. And we look at the severe weather reports out of Deer Lodge in Morgan County this morning. This is actually where a really tragic report came from. A possible tornado's officials confirming a mom and daughter from the same family were killed and 3 more people were injured. Damaged homes down.
Yes, man, it's dangerous out there. Condolences to that family. People are leaving here left and right, brothers and sisters. That's why we must get our spiritual houses in order. Also, let's go over to Greece because they've been getting rattled by, they said, hundreds of earthquakes. I think it's even in the thousands over there in Greece. Let's check it out.
We're here in Santorini, where the normally busy cliff-top streets have fallen quiet. Behind me, you can see a caldera, a volcanic crater. But these famous views that draw millions each year are now being enjoyed by just a handful of visitors. It's the 5th day of continuous seismic activity in the region, with undersea earthquakes of up to magnitude 5. The authorities have expanded precautionary measures to 13 islands. Experts say the tremors are unrelated to volcanic activity, but the frequency sometimes every few minutes, has led to thousands of residents and seasonal workers leaving to temporarily relocate. These streets.
Wonder what's going on over there in Greece. They said it's not related to volcanic activity, so something's going on underneath the ground. That's that area. A lot of rich people vacation in that area. It's beautiful, right? You saw that scenery? I tell you, nobody's immune for what is going on in this earth right now. Meanwhile, let's go over here to Alaska because they had a plane that was missing overnight, but I believe it's been located. There was a missing airline. Hold on.
New at 4, a small plane that went missing in Alaska with 10 people on board has been found. Officials say all 10 people are dead. The Bering Air single-engine turboprop was heading for Nome yesterday afternoon during a regularly scheduled commuter flight. Authorities say it was flying over water just south of the Arctic Circle when it suddenly lost elevation and speed. It dropped off radar and had not communicated since. The National Guard and the Coast Guard helped local agencies scour miles of frozen tundra.
I'm glad they found it because it was all kind of speculation that the aliens had abducted the aircraft. Meanwhile, speaking about the airlines, because it's so much going on in the skies right now, right? We had that situation over there in Pennsylvania, that other situation over there in D.C., and then I saw this.
A scary moment caught on video. This on board a Frontier flight going from Denver to Houston.
Police say a man had to be held down after he started throwing punches, eventually cracking the plane's window. Happened Tuesday night as the flight departed DIA. Witnesses say about 20 minutes into the flight, a man started punching the seat in front of him as well as a window. Several passengers helped restrain him, seating him and calming him down for the rest of the flight.
People started calling security and police, but there's no security or police. And so luckily there was a group of guys that was willing to pitch in and do it. But I think, and I'm glad that they had plexi-cuffs, but it took a while to find those. It just didn't really seem like there was a process and procedure for an incident like this.
Police say Frontier
Frontier was like, look here. This ain't Spirit. We done took some pointers from Spirit Airline and we ain't about to have this. Meanwhile, talking about planes, trains, automobiles, this explosion on a train. I mean, it's like one thing after another, brothers and sisters.
Developing news tonight. A SEPTA train suddenly erupts into flames during the busy evening rush in Delaware County. Hundreds of passengers forced to evacuate as emergency crews arrived on the scene near the Crumlin station. The cause of the fire still under investigation tonight. Thursday night, and the big story in Action News is the scary moments aboard that Wilmington-Newark line. The SEPTA regional rail train was carrying 350 passengers when the fire broke out, and tonight's service remains suspended. Action News reporter Brianna Smith live at the scene with the very latest. Brianna.
What's really going on, family? But what's really going on with this news reporter? I love his voice. Okay, he got that old serious voice. They need to put him on CSI. He got that CSI kind of voice. You know what I'm saying? I love that. Meanwhile, your 47th selected president over here, Mr. Trump, he said he finna revoke Biden's security clearance. Yes, he's like, you're fired.
A breaking news, President Trump just announcing on Truth Social that he is revoking former President Joe Biden's access to daily intelligence briefings. It had been custom to allow former presidents to keep getting those briefings after leaving office, but that changed in 2021 when then President Biden blocked former President Trump from receiving those briefings.
Watch breaking news on YouTube. Subscribe.
And since Trump came for Biden people was like, look here, we about to come for you, Trump. The New York Attorney General was like, set it off.
Developing tonight now, Attorney General Letitia James suing to stop the Treasury Department from sharing private personal information with DOJ. That's the Trump administration's new efficiency task force. James is one of 12 attorneys general banding together for this lawsuit. They say that the level of access given to unauthorized individuals is unlawful and unacceptable and includes state bank account data and some of the country's most sensitive data.
I told y'all the world is a stage. They didn't win and got Letitia again. Get your popcorn ready, family. That's right. It is truly some theater going on right now. Meanwhile, the EPA, they're doing that cleanup over there in California. Man, they got a whole lot of people, on duty for this. Really. They said they have over 1,000 people doing the cleanup. My question was, why come y'all didn't have 1,000 people trying to help with the escape when people was trying to escape from LA? You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't have all hands on deck then?
As of now, the U.S. EPA has 1,000 people on the ground, and as of yesterday, the EPA reported inspecting more than 3,100 properties, and they've already cleared toxins from over 800 properties.
This morning, Mayor Bass also announced a new one-stop rebuilding office that will open next week. It will give those who live in the Palisades a single space to go to for all of their questions and to process their permit applications. To reconstruct the Palisades in a fast and safe way, the mayor says she will work with City Council and possibly use some of her executive powers to cut some fees and red tape. She said she...
She got a whole lot to say right now. But do y'all remember when the fires went down? She was her lips was straight zip. She was like, at the airport, they had the camera all in her face. She wouldn't say anything. Now she want to be all proactive. Yeah, because we trying to hurry up and rebuild now. Sound like y'all already had a plan in effect, Meanwhile, we just had this situation. Rest in peace to this young brother. Many people know him from the music industry, but he passed away at the age of 54 just recently.
Sad news out of the music world this morning. Famed hip-hop music executive Irv Gotti has died. Gotti, born Irving Domingo Lorenzo Jr. in Queens, co-founded the record label Murder Inc. Records back in 1998. He helped launch the careers of artists like Ja Rule and Ashanti. Gotti was also an executive producer on rapper DMX's debut album. No word yet on when or how he died. Irv Gotti was 54 years old. Among those paying tribute, Fat Joe, who posted a quote saying, "You changed my life and I will always love you."
54 years old. That's mighty young. I tell you, people are leaving here suddenly, aren't they, though? All these pre-existing conditions, they've only intensified since that thing. Y'all know that thing that just went down in 2020. Pray for people going through. But I pray that brother got his soul right before he went home in the presence of the Father. And by the way, since I'm talking about that, the name he went by was Irv Gotti. We got to do better, people. Gotti. He named himself after a gangster. And then the rap label was Murder Inc. It's sad because when you pass away and you don't clean up this stuff, people remember you by Murder Inc. Man, I tell you, we definitely are living in the system of the beast, okay? This is Satan's kingdom. Meanwhile, down here at the pre-Super Bowl celebrations, a local Telemundo reporter and found himself in a not-so-good situation, taking a woman to his hotel. It's a lot of that going on down there in New Orleans right now. But you better think again. Let's check out this story.
27-year-old sports reporter and anchor Adon Manzano was found unresponsive in a hotel room, according to police, and later pronounced dead, though the cause of his death is still unknown. A woman, Danette Colbert, is currently behind bars after authorities say they tracked her on surveillance video entering his hotel room early Wednesday morning.
A short time later, the female left and then came back, and then by 6 a.m., she left and never returned.
Law enforcement located Colbert in New Orleans late last night, then obtained a warrant for her residence, where they found Manzano's credit card, his cell phone, narcotics, and a firearm, though they don't believe it's related to this case.
Criminal history does include 2 instances where she drugged a victim.
For now, she's being charged with property crimes, though police say that could change. Manzano was profiled by a Kansas City station about a year ago, talking about covering the Super Bowl.
I used to dream about it, but I never expected that it was going to come that soon.
The young Telemundo journalist and father lost his wife in a car accident last year. He was raising their daughter alone. His Kansas City station posting in part on its website, Adon was a true professional and a rising star who exemplified excellence in his work. Even the local soccer team paying tribute, saying he covered Sporting KC and all sports in Kansas City with class and passion. Now questions mounting amidst a devastating development rocking the sports world and beyond. Sam Brock, NBC News.
Thanks for watching.
It's a sad situation. Said he was raising his child. His wife had passed away. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, man, I don't know all the details, but I can only imagine because I've been out here living for a long time. And what I can say is that fornication and that lustful spirits, it'll get you in trouble every time. Man, you can't be thinking with that one head. You got to think with both heads. This is Super Bowl weekend. It's all kind of wretched folks plotting and planning. That man then lost his life. Terrible. I'll keep y'all updated on that story as details come out. Meanwhile, we're going to talk about this egg situation, family, because that's the whole reason that I put this thumbnail up saying, oh no, it is flu season. Yeah, the birds is saying what is going on. They getting rid of chickens left and right. They said something today about they about to get rid of the beef too. They said the beef is at risk as well. Man, y'all, I'm telling y'all, we about to come off this meat. That is the law of the Most High. That's the dietary laws that he gave us in the beginning. This earth is going to slowly transition and we're going to get off this meat. So you better get ready to eat them green beans and them Brussels sprouts and some salads. Because it's going down with this bird flu. I'm going to talk about that. First of all, I want to do a recap because they said the other day that it was an egg heist. Man, I'm telling you, they said somebody stole 100,000 eggs. And they was organic eggs, them good eggs, worth $40,000. Let's get that information.
This is a crazy story at 6:30 for you. This just coming into our newsroom. State police investigating after 100,000 eggs were stolen from an egg producer in Greencastle. $40,000 worth of organic eggs stolen from Pete and Jerry's Organics on Saturday. Troopers say the eggs were taken from the back of a distribution trailer around 8:40 p.m. Anyone with information asked to contact state police in Chambersburg. I buy those eggs at the grocery store.
Man, what is going on out here? Folks is doing drive-bys, pulling up on farms and stores and hauling off with all the eggs. That's right. This shortage ain't nothing to play with. Matter of fact, the story came out. They said they was over there at Costco. I don't know what city this is, but they was setting it off in Costco, y'all. Y'all got to see this. And I love the commentary from this brother right here on his channel. This was really good. Check this out.
I've seen people fight over toilet paper, but fighting over eggs?
Sorry for him disrespecting. Sorry about that. Don't get into no problems right now, bro. That's not worth it. Push it up. You can put that shit down. Oh, you ain't even come do it.
I mean, I understand 100,000 eggs go missing, retail value of 40,000, and you read this on an online article and you're like, hey, I need to go buy some eggs. But these people at Costco stocking up this much, what are you going to do? Going to resell them? They're going to go bad in a couple days. This is the kind of stuff that makes society just kind of, it makes me glad to live away from people like this. We wonder why society's going down the drain. Selfish people like this. I would have just took all the eggs and just knocked them over and be like, nobody gets some.
I was like, he that kid. He was like, I would have just took them and knocked all the eggs off. What's going on with folks? Remember the situation when C-19 first started? Man, and people was acting a fool over the toilet paper and the paper towels, and now it's the eggs. And people know they don't even like eggs like that. They are going in Costco and just ravaging the store, being greedy. Folks is in there about to fight each other, cussing each other out over eggs. Yes, they need to head down to Mexico because that's where they got the cheap eggs at. You know what? I'm gonna talk about this story right here because look, I'm comparing the USA egg prices to Mexico. Now I understand why Trump sent them soldiers down there to the border of Mexico to confront the cartel. It's not what y'all think. This was going on. It's about these egg prices. He like, why y'all eggs is under $2?
How much are eggs in Mexico? Let's go find out. We're in Cancun Walmart, or as locals will call it, El Walmart. I have never seen ATVs being sold here. This one's about $1,800. They also sell scooters and motorcycles. Man, I've been walking around this whole store. Where are the eggs? Ah, there it is. Now, I know a lot of you guys are asking, how come these aren't refrigerated? That's because in Mexico and in most parts of Europe, they don't wash their eggs. And because of that, they retain a protective membrane called the cuticle, which allows them to stay fresh much longer. We wash them because we're paranoid about salmonella. Now, this dozen is selling for $198. I'm going to give you some more examples. This dozen costs $189, and this one is $184. While the price for the cheapest dozen I could find at my local Walmart is $742. That's more than 4 times the price of this dozen.
Yeah, y'all. That's the real reason why Trump sent them troops down there to the border of Mexico. He like, look here, why is my egg sandwich so much? Family, I need you to come close to the screen now for this next headline because you know this may be your last time getting a sniff in a sound of this beautiful golden yard bird. So I thought I'd give you it in Memorex. That's right. Come on closer to the screen so you can get a picture of this in 3D. Because it's your last time for this yard bird. Did y'all hear them sounds? Ooh, can you imagine that crunch? You got your hot sauce ready? You got your ketchup to the side? Woo, man. They hoping for that at the Super Bowl, but I don't know. I can just see it right now. They having a big old riot down there in New Orleans at the Super Bowl because they're going to run out of buffalo wings. Family, I'm about to get out of here. Before I do, I got a PSA and an announcement for all those that are watching because this is your last opportunity to get those Rooster Sunday specials. That's right. This is Black History Month and they got them on sale because this is the last edition. After these sell out, that's it. So you got about 3 more weeks for February, Black History Month. Make sure you get your Rooster Sunday specials because with the way things is happening right now, these gonna be gone so fast. I love you all with real love and real respect. And as always here on the Melchizedek Network, peace, love, unity, and respect for all people. That's right, all people. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And remember, if you want these Rooster Sunday specials, hit me up. I got your size. Shalom, family, and aloha from Maui, Hawaii.
Whoa! Oh! Whoa! Goddamn! What the hell?
Fashion.
Brother got a rooster.
Brother got the rooster bedazzled.
A rooster on the front of the shoe.
Got the chain on the back of the
double
damn
R. That's
things.
a PR. Brother got a Puerto Rican rooster or a Puerto rooster. A Puerto Rican rooster or a Puerto rooster? Let me know, man.